Hello, this is Ben Ruley with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District, and this is your weekly conservation report. With fall finally here, I'm starting to see a lot of pumpkins on the sides of roads. I know our local pumpkin patch finally opened this past weekend. I thought it'd be interesting to dig a little bit into some pumpkin facts. Pumpkin production is widely distributed throughout the United States, with crop conditions varying greatly by region. All states in the U.S. produce some pumpkins, but 6 states produce most of them. Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Virginia, Texas, and California are the leaders in pumpkin production. Illinois harvests the largest share of pumpkin acreages among the United States, and an even larger share of processing acres. The most recently available data indicates that almost 80% of pumpkin acres in Illinois are devoted to varieties destined for pie filling or other processing uses. Yields vary substantially among states and over years within a state, depending on the variety and growing conditions. But on average, Illinois grows about 40,000 pounds per acre, predominantly pie varieties. California and Texas each grow about 30,000 pounds per acre, and the remaining states, Indiana, Michigan, and Virginia, each grow about 20,000 pounds per acre. In 2020, farmers in those top 6 pumpkin producing states harvested more than 1 billion pounds of pumpkin combined, of the approximately 1.5 billion pounds of pumpkins that are produced each year in the United States. 80% of the US's pumpkin crop is available during October. Out of the 1.5 billion pounds produced annually, over 800 million pumpkins are ripe for the picking in that single month of the year. This equates to about 6 pounds of pumpkin per capita on average. Some other interesting pumpkin facts. The original jack-o'-lanterns were made with turnips and potatoes by the Irish. In England, they used beets and lit them with embers to ward off evil spirits. Irish immigrants brought their customs to America but found that pumpkins were much more easy to carve. Pumpkins are grown on every continent except Antarctica. The world's heaviest pumpkin weighed over 2,600 pounds. It was grown in Germany. The world's largest pumpkin pie ever baked weighed 3,700 pounds. Each pumpkin takes between 90 and 120 days to grow to maturity and has on average around 500 seeds. Pumpkins are technically fruits. More specifically, they are a winter squash in the family, which also includes cucumbers and melons. Pumpkins are over 90% water. So make sure you get out and take advantage of some of our great local pumpkin patches this fall. It's a great time to spend with your family. Another fun family activity you can attend this fall would be to check out a local corn maze. A good one to go see would be the Stoney Brook Farms near Foley. They are home to the world's largest corn maze. They have a 110-acre maze with 32 miles of pathways. There are 4 different mazes. There's an easy maze, hard maze, and then 2 extreme mazes. And if you can't find your way out, they have a QR code that you can scan with your phone and follow your location while you're walking through the maze. Stoney Brook Farm is in contact with the Guinness Book of World Records to try to get the maze officially certified. The farm has been building corn mazes since 2016 when they started out with a 6-acre field. Lastly, I'd like to give a brief update on the Minnesota State Buffer Law. As I've spoken about before, the Stearns County Soil and Water is tasked with working with landowners who may have a compliance issue in meeting the requirements of the Minnesota State Buffer Law. Last week, we sent out around 22 letters to landowners with maps who may have to make some changes to get into compliance with the Minnesota State Buffer Law. The law requires a 50-foot buffer on public waters and a 16.5-foot vegetated buffer on private ditches, although there may be flexibility in the required buffer width. If a landowner would like to find out what their options may be, please contact the Stearns County Soil and Water Office. We're glad to come out and meet with you and look at your individual fields and work within the guidelines offered by the state to see what flexibility we may have to help you get into compliance. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Once again, this has been Ben Ruley with your Weekend Conservation Report. Thank you.